NATO, defending our values.
We need to be prepared.
We need high-quality training.
We need professional tactical leaders
who can lead large, multinational combat aircraft formations.
Leaders to protect and defend airspace and territory.
Leaders for airstrikes against terrorist aggressors.
Leaders trained on the best fighter aircraft and weapon systems in the world.
Leaders we can rely on.
We need joint command and control.
We need coalition force joint operations.
We need a joint training center of excellence.
And we have it, TLP, the Tactical Leadership Program, the Euro-NATO Joint Training Centre for Tactical Air Operations, training the future leaders for combat aircraft formations within a multinational coalition force.
TLP, Tactical Leadership Program. The Tactical Leadership Program prepares NATO allied coalition forces for worldwide tactical air operations. TLP graduates have played major roles in all recent conflicts: Iraq, Bosnia, Kosovo, Afghanistan, and most recently Libya. TLP, supported by the governments of Belgium, Denmark, France, Germany, Greece, Italy, the Netherlands, Spain, United Kingdom, and the United States of America.
During the Cold War, 7 NATO nations shared the West German airspace in a defensive posture, ready to take action at any time. They recognized the need for joint operations, the need to train together, and the need to generate leaders for challenging multinational airstrike missions. In 1978, they founded the Tactical Leadership Program at Fürstenfeldbruck, West Germany. 1 year later, TLP commenced flying operations at Jever Air Base in northern Germany and began to train flight leads for coalition force combat aircraft formations, qualified to plan, brief, and conduct multinational counter-air operations. The TLP staff was selected from the most experienced and respected airborne leaders in their own air forces. By the end of the Cold War, TLP had grown to be the European Centre of Excellence in all matters related to coalition force air operations. In 1989, TLP moved to Florennes in Belgium, where it stayed until 2009, before moving to Albacete on the plains of Castilla-La Mancha in Spain. The number of nations participating in TLP flying and academic courses has grown over the years. Now, 10 nations provide both funding and experienced staff to the TLP. Aside from the TLP member nations, other countries, including some non-NATO allies, began regularly sending military specialists to TLP to be trained in all the skills related to tactical air operations. As of 2012, more than 7,000 aircrew have participated in TLP flying courses. The principles and techniques of airborne leadership taught at TLP have served NATO well in all the recent theatres of conflict. However, today's rapid rate of development in equipment and military capability means TLP is always adapting its teaching to include the latest technology. Similarly, as the NATO focus has shifted away from a potential conflict in Central Europe, TLP now has a training area that is representative of the theatres of potential future conflicts. TLP, in adapting to these new challenges, is now preparing the future tactical leaders to be ready for conflicts that could take place in any geographic location around the globe.
Dawn of the new century, the TLP member nations started investigating new and more favorable locations for TLP to cope with the challenge of growing air traffic congestion in Central Europe. The TLP choice was Albacete Air Base in southeast Spain, blessed with some of Europe's most favorable weather conditions and a large airspace structure. Set in Spain's sunny region of Castilla-La Mancha, near the regional capital city, Albacete will host NATO-NATO's training center of excellence for future decades. It is an outstanding environment to conduct TLP operations. Equipped with modern infrastructure, including a purpose-built 500-bed accommodation lodge, full dining and recreation facilities, modern aircraft repair hangar, and logistic storage facilities, the TLP in Albacete has excellent growth potential.
The TLP staff consists of 60 professional specialists, all serving a 3-year posting. Spanish civilian contractors provide the TLP lodging and restaurant services, as well as infrastructure, maintenance and associated services. The TLP staff is comprised of 2 operational branches alongside a support unit, which is tasked to deal with the administrative and financial issues and to cope with all matters related to the TLP computer network and telecommunications. The flying branch will organise up to 6 yearly TLP flying courses, each one lasting 4 weeks, involving around about 30 modern combat aircraft and other flying and non-flying support assets in order to replicate the potential threat environment within a complex scenario. The syllabus starts with 2 days of academics, studying the principles and considerations of mission command. The TLP staff then demonstrates how a complex mission can be planned safely, within realistic time constraints, whilst making full use of the expertise within the team. The course then progresses through a variety of challenging mission scenarios, each of increasing complexity. Participants must understand the commander's intent, use NATO standard procedures where relevant, and deliver a plan that achieves the task within risk levels appropriate to the scenario. Specialist personnel and modern data link systems within the TLP headquarters assure real-time mission monitoring and control. A high-quality debriefing system, using large screens with the capability to focus and point out mission-relevant details, is used to evaluate and present the mission results. Using a well-tried format, the planning, briefing and execution of a complex mission can be fully debriefed on the same day, with lessons learned being fed into subsequent missions. With modern levels of equipment interoperability, the participating nations can use TLP flying courses as a plug-and-play facility in order to evaluate the capabilities and operational effectiveness of new combat aircraft systems. Additionally, participating nations can compare and evaluate their capabilities and training concepts in relation to their allies. TLP flying courses and the respective mission evaluations offer excellent assessment for NATO nations to update their future requirements and training concepts. The Academics and Doctrine branch of TLP offers a variety of theoretical courses containing lectures, exercises and discussions. The 2-week Composite Air Operation course, called COMAO, which is given 3 to 4 times a year, is an excellent opportunity for young combat fighter aircrew to learn about coalition force tactics, planning and leading of multinational airstrikes, capabilities of allied partner air forces, and joint air operations in a net-centric environment. The other academic courses taught at TLP, for example, the Electronic Warfare course, the Intelligence course, the Net-Enabled Warfare and the Personnel Recovery courses, are very closely modelled on current coalition force air operations. TLP Academics and Doctrine branch also hosts seminars in support of NATO organisations. Furthermore, the Academics and Doctrine branch provides NATO with up-to-date advice to enable discussion on new doctrinal initiatives and the updating of NATO reference documents.
TLP, the Tactical Leadership Program, a reference in NATO for tactical air operations. A NATO Center of Excellence for Tactical Training. TLP sets the standard very high on the quality of teaching, with international specialists as instructors, providing realistic training. TLP plays a major role in new NATO member integration, It prepares partnership for peace nations for coalition operations. It offers contemporary training based on current operations. TLP offers a plug-and-play Cameo test bed for new platforms and capabilities. Doctrine needs to evolve continually, and TLP is contributing by developing new concepts and revising the established NATO policies. TLP is unique, preparing fight leaders of NATO and allied forces to be mission commanders, to lead coalition force air strike packages whenever NATO is calling for action.